I am so excited for today. I'm so excited. I'm trying not to be too over the top because it's not really like just another stream because today's important. It's been a while since we've streamed together. So I'm so excited. Welcome back. And okay. So I'll start by saying that of course, according to the title, we're going to be getting into Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm so excited about this. And I have this is something I've been wanting to do for a while now. And I just never got back around into it ever since I stopped Vanderpump. I mean, on stream at least. And I love Vanderpump so much. And I feel like it's Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is going to be pretty similar, if not even better. Because, I mean, let's face it, it's like the same kind of drama, but with a bunch of celebs. A bunch of rich celebs in Beverly Hills. So you guys have recommended other seasons to me, but I feel like the Beverly Hills is just more entertaining, even though I've never seen it. I just love shows that take place in LA in general, but Beverly Hills specifically, because it's known for the life of the rich and the famous. So you watch these shows and you see all their drama and you're like, ooh, their lives are not as luxurious as they make it seem. Quizark, thank you so much for the subby. So I'm super, super excited. And also, before we get started, I just want to say, because I think some of you guys are going to mention it, I haven't seen it in the chat yet, but there is a huge update with a show that we were following. Tower of the Peace, thank you so much for the subby. And Winter Kamado, thank you. You guys are so sweet. I think we got a hype train. Thank you guys. Okay, so this is it. The Curious Case of Natalia Grace. They just put out the third season. And so I was thinking about doing that today because how could we not? But it's only 2 episodes and I don't like to do that. I need the whole season to be out because I don't like to wait. Isn't that insane? Oh my God. And okay, I don't know how much you guys remember, but that story was nuts. If any of you guys are new, no, let's watch. You guys, we need the whole season. How can we just watch 2 episodes and stop? We need the whole season. I don't even know how I could be so excited. The way they ended the second season was really sad. A really sad cliffhanger because, okay, season 1, where we get introduced to Natalia Grace. The Barnett family, they adopt her. And supposedly she's, the paperwork says that she's a kid. And then they claim she's not a kid. And in fact, she is an adult. And she's been trying to kill them. And that they're in danger. So they go through all of this effort, all of this legal work to try to get her claimed legally, to legally change her age. Oh my God, Sweet Emmy, thank you so much for 10 gifted subbies. What a great way to start the stream. Thank you so much. And welcome. I need some true crime right about now. Yeah, and this one was so good. Because you guys, I remember how those of you who were here, and I'm guessing it's a lot of you, the way they ended season 2, it was so messed up. At season 1 was a cliffhanger at the end of it. Then season 2. At what point do we start villainizing the producers of this? Are they just playing with Natalia's story for cinematic pleasure? I don't understand. At first, it's fine. The whole first season, they had us thinking, for audience who are not familiar with the story, they had us thinking oh my God, maybe this is a real life orphan story, like the movie The Orphan. And she's trying to kill them. She's trying to kill the parents' kids. And you find out, no, she's not a child. She's not an adult. She was, in fact, a child. So she suffered all of this abuse under the Barnetts. And then season 2, this isn't a spoiler because I'm telling you, if we get into Natalia Grace, we're jumping right into season 3. And you're going to need the recap anyways. End of season 1. They ended it with the judge legally changing Natalia's age from 8 to 22. Right, guys? I think it was something that extreme. And it's so messed up. So then the Barnetts were relinquished of their parental responsibilities of Natalia, and they put her in this apartment building by herself. Not to mention, she has a rare form of dwarfism. And the house, in order to get to her apartment on the second floor, there was this a bunch of stairs she had to climb every day. It was just so, oh my God. So it was a really tough watch, actually, seeing what they did to her. almost immediately after adopting her. Like, they were so like set on convincing others that she's not a child and in fact an adult who's trying to kill them. Like, they said she poisoned their coffee. She would come into the rooms holding a knife in her hand. It's really awful. But then you also see like the things that they did to her in order to prove that she is an adult. So Christine, the mom, the adoptive mother, would film Natalia. This is so disturbing. It's like, what is the point of the video camera? So they claim that she, this was one of the first instances when they suspected she was an adult, that the mom saw that she had pubic hair. And she's like, what 6-year-old would have pubic hair? That's not normal. She tells her husband, and it's just so weird. It's not necessary. And then we see another part where Natalia's on camera. Michael Barnett, the adoptive father, comes home. Christine's recording Natalia, and she's like, go ahead, tell him what happened. And Natalia is like, looks so scared and like sad on camera. And she said, I got my period. And she's supposedly like, a younger kid. So they show the mom shows the dad the underwear with it's so disturbing what they put this child through. And even up to that point, like the show had us convinced that, oh my God, maybe she is an adult. So anyways, yeah, the first season ended so awfully. They put her in an apartment by herself, left her to fend for herself. She had to like cook for herself, and not to mention she can't even she doesn't have access to like basic necessities. Like if she wants to cook something, she can't even reach the stove. It's awful. Precocious puberty. So apparently they looked into it, or they consulted a medical doctor, and they said that, it's, the earliest a girl on average would get her period is 8 years old. And so Natalia being 6 is way too soon. That's ridiculous. Like, if this is someone you adopted because you want to care for this person, like, how do you immediately turn on them the second things get rough, or the second things aren't going how you expected? I mean, it's a child we're talking about. As the documentary went on, you kind of see like other motives as to why they may have adopted Natalia, and it's not so selfless as you might think. That shit causes sexual trauma for real. Oh my God, like the abuse this girl has suffered from the Barnett family. I don't know, what other legal proceedings have happened since then. If she hasn't, I'm surprised she hasn't sued them yet. But yeah, so far in court, she's had a judge tell her, you're not a child, you're 22 years old, legally changed your age. But then, this is the last thing I'll say about it, the second season. So she's living on her own in this apartment and in this like pretty sketchy neighborhood. As they described it, it wasn't the safest. Like, she would hear gunshots and stuff outside. But anyways, there was a couple that lived nearby. They also had like a bunch of foster children, and they just seemed to be like such a loving family, and like they already had all these children that they were caring for, and it seemed like this is what they dedicated their life to. And the season ends. This is a documentary or reenactment? Reenactment. It's a documentary. So you see like the interviews from the Barnett family, not Christine. From what I remember, Christine went to jail. Michael, unfortunately, the adoptive dad, he was an abusive piece of shit too, but he got off. From what I remember, it's so disgusting how they treated this girl. And so the second season ended with, Natalia got introduced by this other family. Well, I think their name was like the Antoines or something like that. They saw that Natalia's like on this child and, on her own. So they take her in, they get really close with her. She becomes so like close with all of the children, and she just like seamlessly integrates with this family. And for the first time in her life, like she has like a loving family. And then in the last episode, the family adopts her. And you guys, I was crying. No jail for any parents. Christine went to jail. I believe it had something to do with child abuse. I have to look back into it, but Christine's like one of the only ones that doesn't get interviewed for the documentary, and so I'm guessing for legal purposes. But after he's found not guilty, they dropped charges for... Oh, no! Oh my God, that is so upsetting. You guys, oh my God, like, okay, I guess before we get into Real Housewives, I don't know, is that going to be like a buzzkill to do that too? Kind of go back and show you guys some of the awful shit they did to Natalia. And I seriously, I still blame the show producers, you know, to an extent, because so Christine, the adoptive mom, and Natalia got into a physical altercation once in public. The cops arrived and they, you know, they claimed that Natalia, or the family claimed at least Natalia attacked the mother. So the cops took her in. They also didn't think that she was a child for whatever reason. And then they take her to the hospital. She gets an evaluation and she gets diagnosed as a sociopath. You know, the whole time, like when the Barnetts are explaining their side of the story and what happened, they just keep painting themselves as the victims in all of this. It's so disturbing. And for them to call themselves the victims and what they put this poor child through. So because she was diagnosed as a sociopath, they put her in a mental institution with adults. And then you hear like the testimony of or interviews of employees from that mental institution, and they want to remain anonymous, which is so disgusting. No, like if you're going to be accusing a child of such disturbing, non-childlike behavior, like I feel like you have a duty, especially if you're going to go on air and, you know, and to talk about that and air that shit out. Like, no, you don't get to remain anonymous. And especially if you're going to say the things you did. They said that she was like, you know, having sex for money with the male inmates in there. You guys, oh my God, I can't believe this poor girl, man. This poor girl. And so, yeah, they just not a single employee from that mental institution who gave a testimony revealed their identity. You don't even see all you hear is their voice, and they're saying the most disgusting things about her. They're like, oh, she's for sure not a girl. They would talk about her bosoms and her breasts. And it's like, they need to be jailed, all of them. Honestly, if that girl was like in that treatment of those people, I can't even imagine the horrendous things they put her through. It's really bad. So season 2 ends with this other family, you know, they take her in, the Antoines. They adopted her. They legally adopted her. You see them in the courtroom. And it's so sweet. And I was tearing up. And then, nope, it's not what you think it is. Before the episode even ends, before the finale ends, the producers give us an update. They say, I think it's like 6 months after they adopted Natalia, the Antoines reached back out to the producers, and they said that she's not what they thought she was. And he said, like, oh my God, what did he say about her? I'm like, what is going on here? Is this a joke? Like, are they just toying with Natalia's story at this point? Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. So, yes, at the end of season 2, viewers witnessed a significant development. Natalia was legally adopted by Antoine and Cynthia Mans. Okay. It was a Mans family who had been her guardian since 2014. The moment seemed to mark a positive turning point in her life. However, the end episode concluded with a startling twist. I don't know why I can't talk right now. It's like my voice. I'm trying to make it normal. As I read, I'm like, it's just not going to happen, Lena. Stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen. A title card revealed that 6 months after the adoption, producers received a distressing phone call from the Mans family. In an audio recording, Antoine expressed serious concerns about Natalia's behavior, stating something ain't right with Natalia. This girl is tweaking. I feel like she's the enemy in the house. And I'm like, no, come on, not again. Not again. This girl's gonna have to go through this. What not to do? Hi, hello. Thank you so much for Get This Subbies. Really, thank you guys so much. I'm sorry to like kind of start the stream off on a rant like that. Normally I kind of want to catch up with all of you guys and see the chat. So let's do that now. Now that I got that out of the way, because when I saw the notification that season 3 came out, I'm like, oh my God, we have to see it. And I'm like, wait, what happened? I started looking into the season recaps, and I'm like, that was so disturbing. But yeah. Lena, I actually cried at a video the other day. Oh, it's Abby's videos about how you guys met. The surprise proposal got me good. Oh, Christy, thank you so much. That's so sweet of you to say. That's like literally one of the best moments of my life. I'll always say that. I can't even describe the feeling, but I'll never forget it. But yeah, every once in a while, he put out that video, I think maybe like a year and a half ago, but every once in a while, someone will mention it and say they saw the video and it was really sweet. And I'm like, thank you. Your haircut looks so pretty. You are saying, hi, thank you so much. Yeah, so the day I was leaving Dearborn, I'm like, okay, that's it. I got to cut my hair. I just wanted a little trim, and I'm just like, whatever, chop it, because I bleached my hair when I had those highlights. My hair is still like growing that stuff out, and it needed to go, because even with the, like, I wanted the length, but what's the point if it's not looking good? It just looked dead. She did a great job. You look so cutie. Thank you, Aya Papaya. What were we saying now? Oh yeah, about Natalia Grace. It just, you guys, my heart hurts for that girl. It really does. They painted her to be like this, this child killer. And now she's going to have to go through that shit again with another family. Please, they should have just left her on her own. She would have been better off. It seemed like she was getting the hang of things on her own. Lena, how did you remember every detail? I watched the whole thing with you and I don't remember that much. No, normally I wouldn't. I know they did. I remembered the mental institution stuff because that was so disturbing to hear the crap they were saying about her. But like as far as like the timeline and stuff, I didn't remember much. So I just quickly like Googled the recaps because I remember that like every season ended on a crazy cliffhanger. Why did the family lie on her? They just not want her anymore. So yes, I botched. Like they were kind of implying because their oldest biological son, he's like a mathematical genius, and he's also autistic. And so Christine, like he accomplished great things on his own, but also Christine was getting all of this like praise for raising a child and like fostering his creativity and his just his academic skills, and he was homeschooled, so she got a lot of praise for his accomplishments. And I forgot who said it in the documentary, but they implied that maybe she was going for that again, like she just wanted the high of that, like the savior. And so they adopted this child in need. And when it wasn't working out for them, they just tried everything in their power to get rid of her. At one point, oh my God, Christine made Natalia sleep outside once when she believed that Natalia tried to poison her coffee with pine sol. It's ridiculous. They made her sleep outside. And so they have neighbors, of course, and they saw this. They called the police, and the detective who arrived apparently did not think that Natalia was in danger, but the family was in danger from Natalia. It's just so twisted. All of it is so twisted. It's crazy how like 80% of all the greats are all autistic. They want to, what? Chris, autism no way, but I swear a world would be better if they made people more on the spectrum. If they made people more on the spectrum? But no, I totally agree. Like, autism is not like a disability. People could still accomplish great things. So much gaslighting, yeah. My niece Amanda is actually autistic. She is 5 now, I believe. 5. And she doesn't talk much still. It's like, of course, I mean, like I don't know, it's just hard to talk about because I just think of like my brother and my sister-in-law, and like they seem happy still, and everything's great, but just being around them, and I see like how much work it is for them, and it breaks my heart every time. But yeah, it presents differently in different children. So she's the one I'm not like as close with, that niece, just because I don't see her as much, and just naturally, like, so it's my older brother's daughter, and And just like, it's just natural that I see my sister's daughters more because I see my sisters every day. So I'm going to see their kids every day too. And then also like my brother and his wife moved out like from Dearborn. They're like a 30-minute drive away. And they have a gorgeous home. It's so beautiful. Me and Abby have never even seen it yet, but that's the thing. Like when we go to Dearborn and we're around the family, like we don't 30 minutes in LA is nothing, but in Michigan, oh my gosh. I'm like 30-minute drive? No way. No, I'm not doing that. But so they'll just come to Dearborn and see us. But like I haven't even seen his house yet because how far it is. Just photos and it's gorgeous, but yeah. Oh, did you pick up anything from P.O. Box? I never check if it delivered. I hope it did. Oh my God, Julia, you sent us something? Thank you so much. I haven't gone yet since we're back in town, but hopefully this week I will. It's crazy how autism was only discovered in the 1960s. Is that true, Katafi? I don't know much on the subject, but I do want to look into it more. But also, yeah, like the DSM also wasn't like, there wasn't an official guidebook to mental health conditions until probably like the 60s or 70s also. Okay, Midwestern said, and yeah, I have two brothers, autistic. One is lower on spectrum and one is higher. Both are beautiful, and I'm the only one the lower talks to. Oh, aw. But what do you mean by the lower end and the higher end? I feel like I should know more about this. But yeah, I mean, my niece was like 3 when we moved away. And God, that stuff still it makes me feel guilty sometimes going home and like the fact that I don't see them every day and I don't get to have much of an influence in their lives. Like high functioning. That's what I'm wondering. I didn't want to assume those I botched. Oh, it's a spectrum, so you can have a little autism or a lot. Okay, thank you, Christy. But yeah, because my sister works with special needs children, and she was kind of explaining to me a little bit about that too, and that she said that sometimes, some will, even if they're non-speaking for the first few years of their lives, later on they will develop the ability to speak, and some just don't. And yeah, it breaks my heart because I know that even though they don't, obviously, like we don't see them, they don't talk about the stress involved. I know it like weighs down on them because whenever we're all hanging out, like they're never even able to sit down with us, like my brother and sister-in-law. Like I barely see them. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to get into this right now. We started the stream like all the way up here, and now I'm just like I brought it all the way down first with Natalia, and then like just personal life things. But hey, that's life, right? The first person to be diagnosed with autism died last year. Oh, really? It's actually so much newer than most people understand. But the condition must have been present before that, right? Before it had like an official name. So I wonder how it was treated before that. Lena, I'm locked in. Now we have to watch a new season. Oh my God, guys, are we going to have to do a poll? Are we doing Natalia Grace or Real Housewives? But I'm warning you, the Natalia Grace, there's only 2 episodes out. They would put people in insane asylums. Oh my God. Yeah, that's so awful. I mean, they used to do lobotomies on people and stuff, so it's really scary to think about like the lack of awareness there was for mental health. And even more like sad to think about like Dearborn is still like in that kind of, it still stigmatizes mental health. I remember someone asked me before, a doctor asked me that if, just in like how they ask you like the appointment questions, like just general family history, and they're like, "Oh, has anyone in your family been diagnosed with anxiety before, or have like anxiety or other?" I'm like, I don't know, but that doesn't mean that they haven't been diagnosed, but that doesn't mean that they don't have anything. I feel like some members of my family exhibit that. I mean, because I see myself in them, but they would just never recognize that it's something that's what it is. They just think it's normal. But yeah, it's really sad. In Dearborn, it's just mental health. It's still so stigmatized. I feel like mental health is deeply stigmatized in a lot of different cultures. My Latin parents. Oh my God. Oh my God, Evie. Okay, guys, before we start, let me swap the chat over to the other side. I just realized I have it on the wrong side. Thank you, Evie.
Appearance.
I got off topic a little bit. And it made me Thank you. What would I do without you?
Hi guys.
You guys, Evie's the best. I cooked 2 days in a row, and I'm so proud of myself. And you liked it both times.
It was really good.
It was really good.
It was
and
I'm just saying that.
And yesterday I fell asleep after because I was so tired, and I left out all the dishes. And then I woke up and they were all done. I'm like, Evie, you didn't have to do that. He always helps me with stuff like that. I'm like, oh, he's the best.
I'm keeping the tag on this because I don't know if I want a bigger size. All right.
Oh, let's ask them. You guys, we've been going back and forth. I really like this.
It's weird because the sleeves are meant to be oversized. Lena got me this for Christmas.
Can they can't really see because the color and stuff.
Yeah, you can't see.
Should I turn the light? Yeah, I don't want to mess with the colors you put up.
It's good. Good size. 2025
I
returns
love
have started. Let's fucking go.
I love the style of it.
Can you zip it? Oh, good call.
Because AB has like a good amount of jackets
Christy,
already, but this is different.
Katie, can you zip it? No, I'm just kidding. I thought it was Christy at first who said that. I don't joke with Katie like that. Just Christy.
Let me see if our things arrived. Delivered. Oh my God, that was so fast. AB, hold that door. It's at the door.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have a thing with jackets. I've always had things with jackets. I have too many jackets, and we live in LA, and there's not really a need. But I since I was younger, I've always loved jackets.
Oh, I got your mochi.
Too big? Oh no. It was either this size or bigger. Low level mob goon and aloe. We're part of the yoga mob. But thank you.
You want me to pull out mochi for you?
How is the fire? Oh, I haven't left the house today. What's up, Lena?
You want me to pull out mochi for you?
Sure. This one is good, but would a bigger one be a bit longer? Yes. Yes. Here, I'll show you guys photos. I got photos. I do this new thing now before I buy something, unless it's like gonna sell out. If I like it, I'll say I'll come back for it, or I'll order it online if I really want something. But I tried on this jacket in Michigan. The first time I tried it. All right, this is. Ignore the stupid ass pictures. This is the large. That's large. And you see the sleeves are a little bit longer, but the middle is a little bit longer too. Large. Okay. It's a little longer, yeah. And then this is. And this is the one I'm wearing. I'm trying to crop my face. I like large. Large looks perfect. Longer is nice. Ooh, everyone's liking the large. Damn, we said large at first. Lena said large at first.
Wait, what size is yours? Oh my God, I kept going back and forth.
I kept going back and forth too. I got a medium. But Emily's with us. Return time.
Do you guys like it?
Also, now there's the color too. This is gray.
No.
I thought you were gonna spit on me.
Color they want black.
They don't even know there was another color until 2 seconds ago. You look cute, by the way.
Thank you, Evie.
But There's a black one. I like black, but I have so much black. Everything I have is black, so I wanted to switch it up a little bit. You know what's really annoying, and it's not my barber's fault. It's my fault. We came back late on Sunday, and I didn't book an appointment ahead of time, and he doesn't have anything available until Thursday. And my hair is very hard to work with. I trimmed it a little bit on the sides myself, but only where I know he's gonna shave it anyways, like around here. Love the gray size large. I like the crop. You can style with a long shirt, true. I like medium, I like gray. Don't cheat on Rudy. You know what's so funny, Pika? I was gonna text Rudy that. I was gonna say, would you be mad at me if I cheated on you just this one time? Because it was gonna be at the same barber shop, just the other dude. But I didn't. I was like, just toughing it out. I have an appointment Thursday in the afternoon. I'll deal with it. And that's my complaining for the day. Thanks for listening to me. That's why I stream, guys, just to bitch to you guys a few times a week.
I need your advice.
Can you grab my laptop? I want to show these guys
Sure.
a little preview.
Oh my God, yes.
What do you need my advice on?
Yes,
Sorry,
yes,
I'm in the
yes.
middle of something, so.
No, that's okay.
What do you need my advice on?
Oh, I was gonna. Well, that's okay. I'll
Tell me. No, tell me.
We were wondering. I was mentioning that Natalia Grace came out, but it's only 2 episodes, so I don't know if I want to get into it because I like when there's a whole season for us to see. But it's like a story we've been waiting on.
Cool. I've never had that before.
What?
I'm holding my phone under my ball sack, and I just got a text, and it shook my ball sack.
Did it feel good?
No, it was shocking. I've never done. It's crazy. Like
It's
I've had
probably bad.
I don't know, but I've had a phone for so long. I've never had that. Sorry, guys. Go ahead. You were saying?
Yeah. So Natalia Grace, even though
If anyone in chat has my number, text me real quick. No, me. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Okay, Natalia Grace, even though there's 2 episodes, or Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, because I'm like really stoked for that one too.
Yeah. I don't know. What does chat want? What's chat think?
Yeah. After all, this is a democracy, so I will let you guys pick. But you guys, you've got to see this, please.
I gotta finish when I have time. I'll do it before this weekend. Make the edit of when we went. Let's call it ghost hunting with cousin Tim. Oh, this is loose. Why the fuck is it so loose? I'll fix that later. But I totally forgot I had the footage of his GoPro on his head, and like this, it's so interesting to me. I was fucking dying. I don't know if other people find it as funny, but he just. Like his breathing, his everything is so fucking funny. I'll give you a little preview. Okay. Good? Is it bothering your eyes or is it good? It's good?
Let's go with truth.
You guys, it's so good.
His breathing sounds like fucking Vader. He looks like a fish.
It's so good. Did you know that's what it would look like? Oh, I got a video of a baby putting it on his head. So
Yeah, I
funny.
knew. I was watching What We Do in the Shadows, and there's the episode where he goes to space with a GoPro on his head, and it was so fucking funny. Me and my brother watched it that day, and I was like, oh, I need the GoPro. His breathing.
Come with you, I got you. There's a drop.
Anyways, he looks like a bug / goldfish. Yeah. Anyways, this has been nice chat. I'm in the middle of something. I wanted to try to stream after this, but I'm not gonna be able to actually. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll try to stream tomorrow after work. Put Tim rap over that view. Hilarious. I should do a whole music video with that view. That's funny. You look handsome tonight, Avi. Thank you, Ashtay.
You
All right.
baby.
Been real.
Okay, it's been real. Bye.
Ma salam.
So if you enjoy your phone notification. Oh, that's funny, Christy. That was nice of you. Let's open this back up. So I'm going to put up a poll. And in the meantime, I guess let's catch up what everyone's been up to. One thing I wanted to mention. Okay, I must have, I know for sure, after the last break, I must have filled you guys in about the fact that my mom was on my case every time, even though I saw her for such a short amount of time. Mom, if you're watching this, I love you. And I say this to you, I say this to you anyway. So I'm only there for a few days, and every single day, every time I see her, right when I get there and right when I leave, it's the whole, yep, grandkids. Thank you, Zybotch. And, this time, luckily, I don't think, maybe like once or twice she mentioned it. So that was like amazing to me. I don't. Oh, what? Really? Midwestern? Huh. No, I know I don't, I kind of get what you're saying. I feel like, I'm a lot more, reserved than AB. And, I don't know. I don't know what it is. But whatever it is that makes me that way, I don't like it. And anyways, she had you rolling grape leaves, get ready to feed your children. So I'm so glad she showed me that. Oh, and then, okay, every time I see my mom, I tell her, like, what's new? Like, what's the tea with the family? Because you guys, AB calls my mom the godmother. Whenever people in the family, like, for some reason, and this is how it's just always been, whenever there's problems in the family, people come to my mom, and they, like, both conflicting parties will come and, like, on separate times and, like, talk to my mom. And she tries to, like, mend things. Anyways, so I'm like, yeah, what's the tea? And she never tells me anything. She's always like, it's nothing. What do you mean? Like, no, everyone's fine. Everyone's good. But when I was rolling grape leaves that day, because I was rolling them with my aunt, she spilled all the tea. And I'm like, my mom knows this stuff, right? And she's like, yeah, of course. Like, I talk to your mom every day. And I'm like, Mom, I knew it. You never tell me anything. And I'm like, I'm all the way over here in California. Like, that's at least one way for me to still feel connected to home. I need to know these things. And, then she went on, like, with her whole, like, righteous stuff. She's like, well, you can't even, like, you have to take what people tell you with a grain of salt. Like, there's two sides to every story. I'm like, I know this. Please, I need, trust me. I know this lecture. That's fine. I'm not saying I want to judge people. I'm saying I just want the tea. I know that, obviously not everything we're hearing is going to be as accurate as you would think, but just tell me. Even if you don't think it's true, tell me. So there was that, but it was still nice to just, I spent a lot of time with my mom this break. But this is what I really wanted to complain about my mom. So this time, oh, hi, Sweaty Yogurt. First stream I've been able to catch. I love you guys so much. Welcome. This is what I was going to say. So this time, it wasn't so much the baby stuff. It was my weight. And it's so annoying, like, to hear it all the time. It's not like they're like, oh my God, you lost so much weight. What are you doing? No, it's like you like, why you're so skinny? Why do you look like that? Like, ew. And it's just like, I don't get offended at first, but it's like, I'm only here like for 2 weeks. I don't want to hear it every single time I see you guys from her and my dad. And so I remembered the other day because my sister brought it up and she said, "Hack me." Because when I was telling my mom, I'm like, Mom, I don't have to hear it every single time. And like, you're in here. You see like how my mom looks now. You guys, my mom lost so much weight. She is so, like, all my sisters. I go home and I'm like, who are you guys? They all work out so much. They lost so much weight, and I'm so proud of them. I really am. They all look amazing. But now, like, whenever someone's turned around, I can't tell which sister it is. And no, it's not Ozempic. Trust me. If one thing that bothers them, they're like, wow, we had to have this glow up during the Ozempic boom. But whatever, regardless, I'm so smaller. They all look so good, and I'm so proud of them. But I'm like, look at my sister. Like, why are you still on my case? Like, my older sister, I'm pretty sure she weighs less than me now. But anyways, I remembered that when I was younger, my dad used to call me Hakaladme. And it used to make me so mad. And I'm talking like maybe like 6 or 7. So I'm like, Mom, if anything, if I have like weight problems, it's because of you guys. And it's not true. I don't think I have any like trauma resulting from that. But I just to say it to her, like for her to be on my case all the time. I'm like, if anything, like Baba used to call me Hakaladme. And in translated, that means like how would you say it? It's like this is the skeleton. This is a skeleton of the human body. So he's basically calling me bones. And when I was younger, I'm just like, oh, whatever, I didn't even know what it meant literally. And now looking back, I'm like, that's so mean. But whatever. Yeah, this is the bone. Thank you. So he was basically telling me, like, every time he sees me, this is the bones. And so yeah, so I told my mom, I'm like, see, so like I've been like this since I was younger. Why are you trying to lecture me now and keep accusing me of not eating when literally I've been like this my whole life? Well, what's changed? And then my older sister, she goes, at least you weren't called Tush Tush. And we all died laughing because you guys, my older sister now, on the other hand, she was a little bit heavier for her age. And my dad used to call her Tush Tush, as in like chunky. And I'm like, oh my God. How did we think this was normal? Like even when I'm always saying to my sisters, like, oh my God, you're so skinny. What are you guys doing? Like, I'm careful not to say that around my nieces because I don't want it to get into their head like one is beautiful and one is not. And they're so young. I don't want them to start thinking about that stuff. It's, but yeah, the fact that my dad used to call me Bones and my sister Chubby. That's so mean. So like, I was kind of even reluctant to share this with you guys because I don't want to, like, my parents are angels. They're literally angels. And they would do anything for us. I know that sounds, like I'm painting a different picture. But no, in our culture, it's just how it is. Like, my aunts come over and they'll be like, why do you look like the same way where I tell you my mom says? They'll say the same thing to me. Like, what are you not eating? No, they'd be like, no, Amto, like, come on, you looked better when you had a little bit more on you. And it's like, I did not ask them anything. I just said, hi, Amto, how are you? I missed you. How have you been? And then that's the stuff they lead with. And it's just how it is. So please, not trying to make my parents look bad. Like, that's just so normal in our community. The accidental skinny versus chubby sister comparison for families to real, but I don't think it wasn't accidental. Like, just that's what he would call us all the time. Or like, because I would always be the last to finish my food, or I didn't want to finish, and then he'd be like, "Hakal." So like literally almost every day I heard it, and I'm just like, oh, whatever. That's just what foreign parents do, right? Soups and salads, but like they're still amazing. They're the best. And one thing I noticed in like, with like foreign families, there's a sense of family where it's like, no matter what you help, it's like you don't have to ask them a favor. Like if your car breaks down, like, oh my God, can I borrow your car for example, some random example. It's like not even a question. We just all, that's how we are. It's like whatever's mine is yours. So we're all super close, and I think that kind of contributes it to like their boundary crossing, I guess, because there's really no boundaries. I guess there's no privacy, and I didn't even realize like any of this stuff about myself until I met AB, because for example, like I shared a bedroom with my 3 sisters growing up. We all had the attic, and it's like, I have so many fun memories from it, and I know that like, my other friends, a lot of them had their own rooms because they only have like 2 siblings in the family or whatever, but I never thought anything, I didn't really think about like how having that different dynamic would kind of affect someone's personality or like kind of shape how they look at the world. But yeah, I'm definitely appreciative of, everything. My upbringing, my family. all of them. And even though, you know, we're not, I feel like the culture as a whole has a lot of progressing to do. And I don't hold that against my parents. You know, it's just that's the age they grew up in. Like my mom's mom talked to her the same way. She doesn't see it as like being offensive or hurting my feelings. AB, the psychologist, you know, I swear, I always tell him he's very intuitive. He really is. Did we already vote? I guess let's do it now. So, how about you guys? How was everyone's break? Any family drama you want to share? Any family grievances? Oh, it was good until you left. You're so sweet, Aya. You could always come visit us. Yeah. Thank you, Midwestern. That was my whole point of where I was going with that. So Midwestern said no boundaries in foreign family. So yeah, the fact that I shared a room with my 3 sisters, like, I had zero privacy. You can only imagine. So let's do this. Whatever you guys want, I am going to respect it. Okay, we get 1 minute. My sibling hooked up with a new neighbor, so that was fun and awkward. Do you have to see said neighbor often? Because then I would imagine it could be kind of awkward, I guess. What am I snacking on? Sweet tarts. You have sweet tarts? And mochi. And Sour Patch. I've been called skinny before by certain family members. Thankfully, not my parents. I know the feeling. Yeah. Nope, I get it from my parents all the time, too. And then, yeah, all my extended family members, too. Oh, are we? Okay. Well, I knew it. You guys, I kind of knew you would pick that. I'm not disappointed. I was excited about this, too. I want to... I'm really curious to see where her story goes. Mochi is so good. I don't know if you guys have had it before, but... I mean, oh my God, mine is kind of melted. But that's okay. That's okay. I think it's too melted. Don't they say it makes your stomach like not feel good if you